week. I am a man of my word. And the word I was going to say was that Joe Burrow is better than Josh Allen. And I just said it. But here's the thing.
Hey man,
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Before
Joshua Howard from Buffalo, New York, quote unquote, Joe Burrow is a better quarterback in every facet than Josh Allen.
Ooh.
Welcome in to Stand Bounds, the sports podcast of the people. I'm your host, Corey P, here alongside Howard. How you doing, bro?
What's good, y'all? How you doing? Coming in, tuned in. Michigan's giving Penn State that work right now, but we're doing good over here.
And K-Wall, what's up, bro?
It's Buckeye do or die. Number one in this country. Number one in my heart. Number one everywhere we go. Doing well, doing great. But before we start, I think Howard has something he wanted to share with all of the viewers.
Oh, Howard, I think you do got something you want to tell to the people.
So after last week, I am a man of my word. And the word I was going to say was that Joe Burrow is better than Josh Allen. And I just said it. But here's the thing.
Hey man,
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Joshua Howard from Buffalo, New York, quote unquote, Joe Burrow is a better quarterback in every facet than Josh Allen.
Ooh, okay.
You heard it here first on
Now,
Stay in Bounds podcast. And he's from Buffalo, y'all. Just wanted to let
that's
you know.
not how that works. I can say it, and I'll give Joe his credit. I give Cincinnati the credit. Now, I said it. Do I believe it? No. But I had to say it. So as a man of my word.
No, stand on it. You said it. You meant it.
The words came out your mouth. The words came out your mouth.
Yeah, the words came out your mouth.
On that.
Standing on business?
Yeah, I ain't standing on that.
Well, all right. So
you fraudulent. So what you saying is you're a fraudulent dude.
Hey, my record don't say fraudulent.
Okay, then. So then you meant it. You meant it.
No.
No, I'm playing.
Well, I mean, at least you stood on it. You're a man of your word.
I'm a man of my word.
And I have to hear them words because, I've been telling you this for a while. And finally you agree. Moving on. So we don't had our pick-ems on the games this year. And y'all be quite surprised. Where y'all think the standards are? Who you think is in front right now?
I think I got cooked last week. I think I took a couple L's last week.
I didn't do so well last week. I think
I'm
still either.
Yeah, I might either. I'm in second place or I'm in last. I don't know, but I don't think I did so hot last week.
All right, so last week, Howard, you went 8-5. K-Wall, you went 8-5, and I went 9-4, which brings the records to Howard 64-48, K-Wall 63-49, and me 62-50.
I just can't. I can't beat this man, bro.
So it's crazy. So Howard got 64 right. You got 63, and I got 62. We all right there.
No, you remember when it was like Howard was like 38-3, and we was like in negative numbers.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, we're coming back on them slowly but surely. There's still a lot of season left, but things have been going on in the NFL, and there's a couple of things I want to start talking about. So with the 49ers, wait. First, let's talk about how the Carolina Panthers played on Thursday night. And before, I want to get something. If y'all watching the podcast on YouTube, y'all see that I got my Cam Newton jersey on. And I've decided that I'm ready to accept.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Number 9,
Bro, for some reason I thought you didn't have it. Well, imagine if you forgot to have the shirt on underneath your jersey. You just put your shirt
on. So I'm ready to accept Bryce Young into my heart. Why I realized he don't got no talent around him. The Panthers didn't do the best. And they put up a stat on Thursday Night Football showing that the last few number 1 picks all went with a bad season. Joe Burrow was 1-8 at the beginning of his career. Trevor Lawrence 1-8. All these quarterbacks started off bad. They got some talent around them. In Trevor Lawrence's case, he got a coach, and then he changed the tides. So you know what? I'm rocking with Bryce Young at least for the next 2 years.
Bro, stop making excuses for this man. Stop making excuses for us, man. You watched that game too. You did too, Howard. You watched that game. Some of these throws are like these. This is like high school stuff. You know what I'm saying? 5 and outs, slants, in routes. There's no way you're drafted that high, that prestigiously looked at in college, a Heisman Trophy winner. You can't hit somebody on that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's
Adam
not that
Thielen.
big of a drop off from the college where he's playing in the SEC to playing that Bush League game against the Bears. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying there's not a big drop off, right? But he played with another Heisman winner in college, and Devontae Smith. He
You're not
played
gonna get that when you get to the league, though. You're not gonna play with
exactly.
a bunch
So
you're
there
not
is
gonna
a
get a
big
bunch of
drop off.
gladiators on your squad every when you get drafted. You're going number one because the team you go to obviously is garbage. You know what I'm saying? So
Oof.
that's the reason why they're number one is because it's their consolation prize for sucking. You get the number one pick. You know
Look,
what I'm saying?
man.
So listen to
Look,
this. Listen to this, right? Bryce Young. This is a tweet from Dove Kleiman it works at NFL. Bryce Young has been historically and statistically the worst quarterback in football via ESPN stats, right? Bryce Young, total QPR, 30, dead last. Bryce Young, yards per attempt, 5.5, dead last. His touchdown to interception ratio is 8-7. He's 25th. So at least he's a little bit better there.
so let me ask you.
So
When you're,
you said Joe and who else you said?
Joe, Trevor,
Trevor, Baker, all them.
they said all these guys
Okay,
started
so
off that.
what we should do is pull the stats from their first year, what their QBR, interception ratio, and all that shit looks like. Because I doubt that they were dead last in damn near every quarterback
So
rank.
this is what I'm gonna tell you, right? When your best wide receiver is Adam Thielen, this not Adam Thielen and Young. This is, over the hill, Adam Thielen. And that's your best wide receiver to throw to. Your offensive line not giving you no time. Everything not going to be great. I'm just happy that he's taking these hits. He get right back up. And, maybe he need to go through these troubling times. Like I said, I'm going to give him 2 years, really, really a year and a half. So to finish out this year and next year. Because worst come to worst, a Shador Sanders or a JJ McCartney gonna be out there the year after. But I'll give him a year and a half, and we will see what he becomes next year.
I have no problem with you doing that. I have no problem with that. I do think he needs to develop. My problem is the disillusion around him that it's everybody else's fault but his. It's insane.
It's not. He's definitely he definitely got a bunch of room to improve. But what I'm gonna say is next year I do see us going out and trying to get him a wide receiver. I do see us trying to get him a number one, someone that
one would think you feel that way. That's a great feeling to have, but I don't know.
There's this thing that came out where the Carolina Panthers owner Tepper said that, or it was before the draft, and they said Bryce Young is so good that we do not have to spend up on a wide receiver. That's what we said. That's what we said. And now we're seeing that is the wrong.
Stupid. Now look at that. Now look at him.
Exactly.
You might be doing more damage to him now without giving him a consistent receiver to help him make those layup throws to get him in a good flow to then start making those big boy throws. Because he'd probably you could watching that game, you can see he doesn't trust himself to throw it more than 5.5 yards. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not able to get into a flow. Because he's not hitting the easy stuff. So why would he think he could hit the more difficult throws? That's the whole point of having that X receiver or that sturdy slot receiver for him to get him in the flow. And then he can really, because he's not talented. He's a talented player. You know what I'm saying? He's just being sold short on these primetime games with what he's working with. Now, is some of that his fault a little bit? So is some of that his fault or at that? Yeah, maybe the game is a little bit too fast for him. Maybe he needs to get back in the, take some more time in off season and study and get better progressively. But I don't think you can make that statement with Bryce Young with the way CJ Stroud. I think the only player you can make that statement with from this class leaps and bounds is CJ Stroud. Because I think if you put CJ Stroud on the Panthers, he may have the same record. They may have the same record they do today. But I'm pretty sure the offense doesn't look as bad as this. It might look just a little bit better.
It would. But I want to see next year because there's a lot of number 2 wide receivers that are coming up that need to get paid. And some teams may say it's not worth paying them. I could see a Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. That's what I'm saying.
I could see a Jared Judy maybe. I could see their number. Jared Judy's a decent.
No, I see what you're saying. But I'm saying if you want to get your guy, if you want to get your quarterback a stud, like the Philly did when Hurts became their guy, they went and got AJ Brown. The Cardinals when they got
Yeah,
Kyler, they went and got DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get someone that you think is going to be a superstar,
yeah,
a
and
stud. And I think T. Higgins and Devontae Smith. Judy, some people like Judy. He's cool and I think he's a good anchor, but I don't think he'd be like that superstar game change game changer for Bryce.
exactly. So I think one of these number two wide receivers, they're gonna come up, and then some teams may be like, we can use that money somewhere else. We'll be okay with Jamar Chase. We'll be okay with you know.
How
So,
you feel, Joe Shiesty?
huh?
Oh yeah, he's funny. He's got jokes. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Watch. It's because I feel bad because Thursday night, man, Thursday night football has turned into such a painful day. Like it's such a painful thing to watch now because they get such bad matches. I'm not trying to shit on your team, Pettigrew, or nothing, but man, Thursday night's getting rough. They got to change
we
something.
got a good one next week. I think it's Baltimore versus Cincy or something like that.
That's week 11. That's the only good one we've had.
Yeah, I think we got a good one next week. I
But
mean,
to get
Yeah,
off
because
of it,
this one was besides this one, that Green Bay Vegas one, that's probably them two just this year alone are probably all time like
yeah, God
death by a
damn.
thousand needles Thursdays. But go ahead, Hart. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's all good. So I think Carolina has to do a little bit of what everything Pettigrew said. Like, I think they got to fire the coach because he's kind of made it known that he didn't want Bryce. Like he kind of let everyone know, like that wasn't my guy. I wanted CJ.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that. Where did he say
yeah.
that?
it's because it came down to Tepper versus him. And then Frank Reich wanted CJ, but Tepper said no, we're taking Bryce.
Yeah. So he basically he's already done the I told you so. Like he's already kind of so you got to get that man out of here. You can't have a coach like that.
Frank's
I
a
like
smart man.
Frank, but you can't have a coach. You just can't. I don't care. You just can't. You got to get him a new
Well,
coach.
no. Or
Yeah,
no, yeah,
you
you're
got-
right.
yeah,
Because they did the same thing in Miami. Remember,
Yeah,
the coach was like he wanted Herbert, but they went with
Yeah.
Tua. They got him by there. Yeah,
You got to get
right.
him out of there. So first you got to do that. Secondly, and I know everyone's saying you have to get him one receiver. Hell no. Get him both because they got money, right? I know it sounds bad. You might not be able to pay Brian Burns, but letting Brian Burns walk and bringing in both T. Higgins and Devonta Smith, what that'll do for your franchise. I mean, you have to bring them
That'd
both
be
in.
tough. That'd be
You have to.
tough, bro.
Because
And
Adam
they're
Thielen,
both
I
25.
just, if you could put Adam Thielen at the slot or even Devontae in the slot, but I really
Devontae
think
would cook in the slot.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Devontae
really
would
think you
literally
have to bring both those guys in. You have Miles Sanders, who's kind of a gadget back that can really gas you.
I don't know. He's kind of busted.
Now you have enough pieces around Bryce where you'd be like, all right, this is we went out and we gave you the bag. We gave you the keys. We got your new coach. We got your two guys that you can throw the ball to, and you got steady Eddie Adam. You have Hayden Hurst as your tight end who's serviceable, and you have a decent running back.
Yeah.
And you're in a bad division.
And
that's what you got to do.
And I think also we need to take an approach similar to the Lions. If we can get these wide receivers in, we drafted Icky last year, number 6 before Bryce. Well, the year before Bryce, we drafted Icky, guy left tackle. And then when the next 3 years, the next 2 years, we need a right tackle and we need a guard. And then just draft first rounds. That's all we need to do.
Imagine this. Imagine if you get T. Higgins as your ex, and then you got Devontae lined up on the outside, and then you bring in someone like Hunter Renfro, because you could probably get him for a bag of Frito Lays. That could be your slot guy, like that Cole Beasley role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
but I think the problem too for Bryce is that y'all can't establish the run game either. So it does put a lot of pressure on him early that they have to move the ball through the air a lot, And I know Foreman's come along now, but I'm saying you bring in we just said his name, Miles Sanders for $35 million over what was 3 or 4 years or something like that to be that guy, and he hasn't really been that guy. Chuba Hubbard's been out snapping him, I think, every week.
Chuba is way better. To me, like if we really so they're gonna be running backs this summer too. I think we overspent for Miles Sanders.
You can't pay running backs.
We overspent for Miles Sanders. I understand he had that great year the year before with the Eagles, but
look how much Mostert's balling out on the Dolphins. Mostert don't even make nowhere near that.
That was definitely a reach. we probably could have got Derrick Henry for damn near a second round pick. I mean, when you look at it like that, but. Now, I think right now, the position that we're in, we definitely got to go get one of these wide receivers, at least one. I wouldn't mind two. If we can get Devontae Smith and T. Higgins, that'd be
What you
nice.
guys got to decide is where you're drafting and where you're spending your money. Because if you're gonna buy your receivers, then you need to draft the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah,
I would rather draft trenches.
I'd
yeah,
rather draft the trenches because you get them younger and you can get a surplus of them. One guy in the trench might cost you close to $100 million. You know what I'm saying? And
facts,
like an experienced dude.
facts.
I'd rather draft the trenches, spend on these receivers, and then go from there.
Yeah, now
Because your owner's not afraid to spend money.
yo,
You know what I'm
he,
saying?
Hell no.
It's just got to make sense for him.
he definitely impatient. He definitely impatient. He trying to, but the only way that it's going to work out is if he go overspend on certain players. And I think wide receivers is definitely the place to overspend. And our defense is not that good. Yo, we always talk about our defense. We definitely got to. I mean, on
It was.
the defensive line,
They
yo,
used
we
to
got
be
we
good.
got two on the.
Their spirits are killed right now. Their spirits are
That's what it is.
and the Jets are another week or two away from being like that too.
Yeah, for real.
I'm telling you, dude, like watching that game, like if they really wanted to shut the Bears out, the Panthers could have done it. It's just their spirits are broken. Like
Broke.
why the hell? Why are we out here killing it, going so hard?
Game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
watch the Jets are gonna be like that too. Let the Jets hold somebody to 6 points or 13 points again, and they get blanked or something like that. I'm not going out here and going stupid no more, bro. I'm done. You know,
I'm definitely I don't know, man. Our future could be bright, and I'm just talking down on Bryce. I'm riding with Bryce. With me,
There you go.
Bryce.
you said he was doing what? You was doing down on what?
I'm done. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I said I'm done being down on Bryce.
I thought you said he was gawking down on Bryce. I was like,
Okay,
yo,
now
what?
now you take that somewhere else.
I'm playing.
All right.
Sorry.
Moving on. The 49ers are right now on a 3-game losing streak. It's not looking
Oh no.
it's not looking too good for them. That defense, that's another defense who, put their heart in their lyrics.
Fraudulent.
They put their heart in their lyrics.
Fraudulent.
They can give it,
That secondary. I'm not talking about the front seven. The secondary is
saying,
extremely fraudulent.
So let's say the 49ers need to start winning soon. They pretty much put this team together where they kind of got to win sometime in the next couple of years. So if the 49ers don't start winning, is it time for them to start thinking about moving on from Brock Purdy?
So I was thinking about this in the beginning of the year because they signed Sam Darnold. And I thought that was very interesting because I thought they could possibly, because they could use the excuse Brock's still hurt, and maybe try Sam out in the beginning of the year just to see what it looks like. Because, he's not a bad, like I've always, what?
I said like Atlanta right now.
Yeah, like just maybe see what you got here. I mean, he went what was it, 3rd overall for a reason. He's shown flashes.
He for me last year on the Panthers.
Yeah,
first
like
3 games.
3-0. I was like, nah, here we go.
I thought I was a genius.
But now to do it this late in the season after you kind of already told the Brock he's your guy, I think if you do that, you just the whole team will implode. Like I think you just have to, unless he gets hurt or he starts putting up 4 turnover games. I think you just got to game manage with Brock. You got to ride it out because you can't give the keys of a team like this that's got Super Bowl in their eyes, and you can't just swap quarterbacks mid-season. That's just ain't gonna flow. It ain't gonna go right with the guys, especially the wide receivers. They've got timing. They figured out the receivers, the running back. I don't think CMC cares because he's gonna do this thing regardless. Yeah, the defense. Yeah, the defense. I don't know how much they're going to care because they do their thing too, but I know the receivers, and it's a bad look. It's a bad look if you swap your quarterback out mid-season and you're trying to tell us you're a Super Bowl contender. It doesn't look.
What would make it even worse, and I think this is why they haven't done it, because they've shown that they can win with Brock. If they swap Brock, right, and go with Darnold, and Darnold looks like a train wreck, it's going to be even worse for Brock's confidence to switch it back to him, you know what I'm saying, and place him back in there again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has to get hurt. If they want to switch quarterbacks, Brock has to get injured. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Let Darnold go out there and hopefully ball out, or show them that this is the play like dog shit, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, we're sticking with Brock. He's our guy. No need to even think about it.
Genius coach that Shanahan is proclaimed to be. Do you think he could do more with a Sam Darnold at quarterback than he can with Brock? Because something about Sam Darnold, he got low key wheels. He got little sneaky wheels with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can move, bro. He can scoot. But also, you got to think though, these last 3 games though too, and I'm not defending Brock because I think what was it? His there's a stat for his expected turnover rate. I think he leads the league in expected turnover rate. In that game against the Vikings, he finally paid the piper for it and actually got picked off, you know. But I think him not having Trent Williams on his left side isn't giving him enough time to let the things go to get his passes off the way he wants to. And then also, hey yo, and then not having Devo too is another fact, which is crazy that you got to have 5 Pro Bowlers out there on the field. You know what I'm saying, to have a competent, clean game.
Well, shit, I could throw the ball too if Trent Williams got my blind side.
So as a 7th round pick, you know, he probably coming up soon on a contract, right? You know, and at this point, you know, it's kind of you're playing a game where if you come a Super Bowl winning quarterback, that price tag go up. You know what I mean? No matter how much talent you have around him, it's not. If you win the Super Bowl, you know that price tag gonna go up. So with that, do you think
Brody Soda in the stuff?
at the end of the season it might be time to move on for Brock?
Hell yeah! If he wins a Super Bowl and he says, "Hey, give me that bag," I'm sending out a huge alert across the NFL. Brock Purdy for sale. Come get yours. I am not. I've seen Daniel Jones get paid after a good year.
Yeah,
I've seen too many of these damn quarterbacks get 40 mil after a good year to watch them turn around, sit on the toilet, and just shit that away.
He won a Super Bowl.
No.
It is crazy because it's like, oh, Brock Purdy won the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really. It's a lot more factor. It's not like say, who's the guy who does it all? Like say Trevor Lawrence won a Super Bowl, right? You could be like, yeah, you know, Trevor led them to the forefront. Joe Shiesty, those kind of guys. You're not really giving Brock all the credit if they go to a Super Bowl. You know, you're definitely giving it to that defense, CMC and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I couldn't find myself giving him $200 million. You know,
I mean, crazy things have happened. You know,
crazy things happen. We just saw Daniel Jones is in the top 1% earners in America, if not around the world. But he's played 1.5 games this entire year.
Yeah, Brock Purdy is like he's one of them guys that if you cannot get rid of a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I mean, your fan base won't allow it. You know what I mean? It's just one of those situations where
hacks to the Eagles.
oh well,
I was gonna say,
that
Nick Foles,
Trent
Dilfer.
But Nick Foles was a backup quarterback. He wasn't the starter quarterback for the whole year.
He won them a Super Bowl, and he balled out.
Yeah,
too.
I was say,
yo. He did what a competent quarterback would do.
He beat Tom.
I get what you're saying, but he did what any competent backup quarterback can do: win you 5 games. That's what any competent backup.
5 of the most important games of the entire season.
You're absolutely correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You're 1,000%
downplay what he did.
I'm not saying that you're incorrect on that, but he did what any competent
for all the small guys out there. You know what I'm saying? All the little people he did that for.
He definitely did. I'm just saying, if you got a starting quarterback,
boy.
if you got a starting quarterback out there, you cannot get rid of him just because you feel he may not be.
No, I agree. I kind of disagree with what you're saying. I feel as though if you have a quarterback that makes what Brock Purdy makes right now, there's no reason to get rid of him because for $778,000 a year, which is no small amount, you know what I'm saying, to us, but to them, yeah, that's chump change. You can have a CMC. You can have $100 million Trent Williams anchoring your blind side. You can have a Debo, an Ayuk, a George Kittle, Chase Young, Randy Gregory, Bosa. You can have all those things when your quarterback is making under $1 million a year.
No,
but like you're saying, even if he does win a Super Bowl, as they've been burned by quarterbacks lately in San Francisco, do they really want to give him a big contract? You know, and then once you give him that contract, say you can't keep a Brandon Ayuk, say you can't keep a Kittle, say you can't keep that Chase Young or whatever like that, and now he's got to get it done with CMC, Debo, and complementary pieces. and he just looks like a regular dude, like mid as fuck, which I think he really is kind of mid. You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now you're stuck now because no matter, even if you don't give him the full 200, that guaranteed money, you have to give him that, regardless if he's dead, alive, playing or not. You owe him that money no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So after they burned themselves with the Trey Lance thing, they cycled quarterbacks for years after the Alex Smith one. Yeah, I think they're gonna be. I would hope that they would, think about it first because they know Brock Purdy better than any of us do. They know what he can do more than any of us can see outside of what he does on Sundays. But I don't know. I don't think they would just throw that money at him, bro. I don't think though. I don't think they're head over heels to do that.
He's Trent Dilfer.
I think Shanahan's just getting by with what he's getting by with,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, what do you do? Do you say
Let him walk.
do you give the money? But you're going to have to give the money to somebody because coming off a Super Bowl win, you're going to have to give the money to Kirk Cousins. You're going to give the money.
You don't have to do anything. You just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you're good. You don't have to do shit. You can start over now.
Yo. That's how smaller market football teams think, right?
No,
if Buffalo win the Super Bowl, Howard would be good for life. If Arizona win the Super Bowl, you'll be good for life.
No. The difference, right? If Buffalo wins the Super Bowl, right, their core is already paid and intact. There is no moving parts. You get what I'm saying?
No,
so you can run it back.
No, but
there's moving parts in San Francisco. No. So if you win the Super Bowl this year and you're not sold on Brock Purdy, those moving parts, you let them guys go and start over.
No, get what I'm saying. Get what I'm saying. I'm not saying necessarily about people already being paid, but what I'm saying, when you're like in smaller markets, when y'all win the Super Bowl, if a smaller market win the Super Bowl, let's take basketball for example. Let's take the Nuggets. Yo, a lot of them Nuggets fans, if they never win another NBA Finals, they will not care. They will be absolutely fine. But San Francisco is a place that has been spoiled over the past decade, last 10 years or so, or almost, with the Warriors, with their team always being good. So they're not going to look at it like that. They're going to look at it like, let's keep winning more. Let's keep winning more. Let's keep winning more.
That's it. So what you're saying is basically the
market. The market matters. The market matters.
No, there's a word for it. Not the market. It's the standard that they've set in San Francisco is a winning culture. Not that teams go out there not to win, but the fans, the market are expecting a competitive team. So that I get what you're saying with that. What I was saying was that once you win that Super Bowl, you get that monkey off your back. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like you want to pay Brock Purdy, you don't have to. You did it. You know what I'm saying? You won the chip. There's teams still in this league today that have never won one and have been a team for well over 70 years. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know? And then the other thing is, with Brock Purdy being drafted so late, all that stuff. If he win the Super Bowl, you know who he's going to be compared to. We all know who he's going to be compared to. So it's like, for him to win the Super Bowl, and that's not the fairest comparison, just because they went. Who else? Who went? Who went?
Yeah, late? I'm asking who.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, Tom went in what, the 6th round, right?
Yes. So these later round.
I didn't even think of that. Just off that alone, bro. Just off that alone, Brock Purdy is going to get paid. Just off that shit alone. It.
But here's the thing: if Brock Purdy got you the Super Bowl and win it, like, you can find another Brock Purdy to get you back there. I'd rather pay.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not like what you're letting walk out the door. It's like so say Brock Purdy had like stupid wheels and he was like some athletic specimen, you know what I'm saying? But he kind of had wonky mechanics, or he's some guy with a fucking cannon, or he's got great footwork. He's just kind of like average around everywhere.
Let's say
this game I'm watching right here. You could probably take this quarterback from Kansas, let's plug him in there. He'd probably give you a couple good weeks too.
Let's say you let him walk, right? And he walk into a good situation. Let's say Dallas, say Dak can go and he walk into Dallas. And then he wins a Super Bowl in Dallas. That GM is getting fired. Did you win that Super Bowl before he left? No, I'm saying he win the Super Bowl in San Francisco. He leaves. Let's say he walk into Dallas. I don't know, some situation that's already good, right? And he win the Super Bowl there, right? That you're at the GM, you're getting fired because you let that guy walk.
I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think you're missing what I'm trying to say is that if they win the Super Bowl, their mindset is going to be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Half the room is going to be like, I mean, well, we're not paying them that. You know what I'm saying? If he's not going to take this, then fuck it. We'll just go get somebody else or start over because what he does is not something that's hard to replicate. You get what I'm saying?
It's not hard to replicate, but that don't necessarily mean you're gonna win without that. Because game man, Tom Brady, what he does, anybody can do. Not anybody, but you know,
Tom Brady was fucking surgical, though.
cool. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what Tom Brady do, even y'all tell me all the time. The reason that especially Howard, he'll take Josh Allen over Joe Burrow because you know Josh Allen can do all the things that Joe Burrow can do. Just Joe Burrow just got that little thing over Josh Allen to me. But then and that's
Joe Burrow just a little smoother with what he does, just a little smoother.
yes, but y'all have said this to me. What can Joe Burrow do that Josh Allen can't? And I admit it. There's nothing that Joe Burrow can do to
Run through a 6'2", 250-pound linebacker.
No. I said what can oh my fault. I said it backwards. My fault. No, I said it correctly. What can Joe Burrow do that Josh Allen can't? So Josh Allen can do everything Joe Burrow can do. Is what I'm saying.
A little bit better.
Huh?
I think he could throw it a little bit farther.
I think you're thinking of it backwards. I think you're thinking of what I'm saying backwards.
It don't matter. Get your point.
Yeah, get your point. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of it backwards. I'm saying what can Joe Burrow do that Josh Allen can't? So Josh Allen can do everything Joe Burrow can do. So Josh Allen,
why are you saying it like that?
Huh?
Yeah, why are you saying it like this?
Because if I said what can Josh Allen do that Joe Burrow can't, that's a totally different statement.
Yeah.
So I'm saying what can Joe Burrow do that Josh Allen can't?
Bro, just stop. Just forget it. I know. I get what you're saying. No, I got it. Go ahead. Get your...
Yo, man, you had a rough night last night, bro. Your brain ain't open right now, bro. I think it's. But
I'm on the autopilot for the autopilot.
Yeah, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't know, bro. Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl. You got to pay him. I mean, okay, you may not pay him $40 million a year, but you got to at least give him 35.
You got to gamble, right? And if I'm a GM, if I'm John Lynch of the Niners, and we win the Super Bowl, and someone says, "Hey, Dallas," let's use your example. Dallas is going to pay this man, and he's going to go win in the Super Bowl. I'm going to put money on that. That doesn't happen. I'm going to say, like, you know what? Dallas can have him. Hell, we'll bring in Dak, or we'll bring in Kirk, or you know what? That guy in the second round looks real nice. We're going to bring him in. Or hey, Jimmy G took this team to the Super Bowl. Jimmy fucking G. He can't even start in the Raiders. You know what I mean? Like,
you can always
find somebody.
This team was built for Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying?
We can find somebody.
Layup throws all day. You could bring in somebody like Jimmy G. You could draft one of these kids, and you did it once before. You could probably do it again. You could roll with Sam. This offense, because this is what I'm trying to say, Kari, is like this offense isn't like a complex or a difficult offense to get going. This is the easiest offense to thrive in. It's like Cincinnati. Like what Joe Burrow's working with, that's a layup.
Let me ask you.
Every check down you look at is a layup because they're all open.
Okay, so Howard, you're the perfect example of this, right? You're the perfect example of this. How many quarterbacks did it take y'all to go through until y'all got to Josh Allen?
Oh my god!
No, no, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny because you're saying that oh you can just go get somebody and whatever. Why do it take so long for teams to turn over until they finally find the right quarterback? For y'all, probably felt like y'all could get anybody. Y'all thought Josh Rosen was gonna be that guy. The next year, y'all moving on, going to college.
We still haven't found him yet.
Huh?
We're still searching.
I know you got him.
Okay, cool.
I'm searching.
So in the situation, bro, you saying that, oh, we could just put anybody into the system, but at the same time, why isn't that working? They tried it already. They tried the Trey Lance. I understand Trey Lance couldn't stay healthy, whatever.
They didn't give him a fair shot.
But that's the part of it.
And I'm going to stand on that. They didn't give him a fair shot, and they ran some Bush League-ass offense when he came on the field.
It's a Bush League
power, bro, fucking quarterback power, like some high school straight up the middle shit. And this kid is built like a Auntie Anne pretzel, and they have him going straight up the middle. That was some bullshit. They intentionally wanted that man to get hurt so they could give it to Brock Purdy. They wanted to be right about that clown so bad. Now look at him.
I don't think so because at the same time, as much as you gave up to get Trey Lance, you will want Trey Lance to be the guy.
Yeah, but who knows who wanted Trey Lance and who didn't? You get what I'm saying?
Shanahan got all the control in that organization. If he wanted Trey.
One may think that. You would like to believe that.
All right. Well, we'll see. Let's move on. All right. we're coming into a situation right now where the Giants have paid a lot of money to a quarterback, right? And it hasn't worked out. I mean, yes, Daniel Jones just tore his ACL, which is not what they wanted or needed. But what is going on right now is they're at a situation where they probably should move on, or they might have to ride it out with him. But over the next 3 years, there's $160 million cap hit for them to let Daniel Jones go. What would be your plan if you were the GM of the Giants for Daniel Jones and your quarterback situation?
Man, I mean, I don't think I personally don't think if this GM wants to keep his job after what, who knows if he even keeps his job, but if he does keep his job throughout the summer, Joe Schoen, there's zero possibility he can roll out with Daniel Jones. Because the minute if they start 0-1, 0-2, he's getting fired. That the fans are booing him on sight. They don't want him. They've made it very clear. And I know you can't make decisions your franchise on strictly on the fans, but this is one of those situations where you just got to listen to the fans, and they don't want to see Daniel Jones. They straight up don't. And you are going to be in a spot where they're what's the record right now? 3 and something. So they're in a spot that maybe take Drake May. You might be able to get one of these guys. And I've been here and I've talked to you guys. I've kind of defended Daniel Jones to an extent because I think that the GM hasn't done anything to put anything around him. And I still don't think, even if they do draft a Drake May, I don't think it's 100% fair to put Drake May right out there either, because if you still got nothing, you just like, hey, there's not much he's going to do either. So I really think they kind of they have to draft a quarterback. They have to let Daniel Jones go. I say, and it sounds fucked up, but Tyrod Taylor's pretty good bridge quarterback, and he still can kind of move around to where he can make stuff happen. I mean, he gave us a hell of a fucking game, which pissed me off. But I mean, he's given some hell of a games to teams. Hey, Tyrod, this is your team for a year. I mean, I hope you don't get hurt. I hope you make it. I doubt you will.
He's on IR.
Yeah, I think.
So it's DeVito.
Yes, next year.
We're talking more towards next.
Oh, next year.
Yeah,
next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got, or you can have DeVito, but you have to draft a quarterback. You cannot have Daniel Jones back in that locker room, especially after not paying Saquon Barkley and paying Daniel Jones and seeing what this happened. You can't bring him in that locker room. I was surprised they haven't beat his ass in the locker room yet. You have to cut him. I don't care what the cost is. You have to do that. You have to let him go. If you could trade him, I doubt it. I mean, if you could trade him for nothing, I would. I would. I would literally just say
trade him for nothing.
Yeah, I could just take him. I would. Take him. But I think the way they move forward, they draft a quarterback. They've drafted capital on that offensive line. So, I mean, you draft a quarterback in the first round. We talked about the receivers that are coming out. T. Higgins, Devonta Smith. Love to see him in Carolina, but hey, maybe they got them New York dreams. Get one of these or two of these guys. Jerry Jeudy. I mean, any of these guys, honestly, the list is probably long, right? I'd say the top 15 receivers that are about to be unrestricted free agents.
Mike Evans.
And this is without me even looking at the list, I can probably guarantee that all top 15 of those receivers are better than every single one of the receivers on the Giants team right now. And I'm excluding Darren Waller because he's tight end, but I'm talking strictly wide receivers. So just go sign 3 receivers for whoever you're going to put out. I'd sit Drake May for a year. I'd let him kind of develop, and because it's going to be a rough year next year. It's still going to be rough.
$160 million cap hit is you cannot build out a lot of your team by just cutting them. You're kind of stuck.
But you got to draft one.
This is what I think happened, right? So Daniel Jones looked terrible, right? Before Dable showed up. You know what I'm saying? Dable shows up that 1 year. Giants are good again. They looked decent last year, right? Daniel Jones looked decent last year. We could all admit that he looked a lot better than he did last year, right? Then they hand Daniel Jones's contract on the hunch that Dable fixed him. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that he was renowned for in Buffalo. was the quarterback whisperer. He's the guy who built Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's coincidental. He shows up and then Daniel Jones starts playing better. They give him a contract because why not just if you can find your in-house, quarterback, because like we just talked about for like a past hour on this podcast, like it's hard to find competent quarterbacks like that. And if you got one who's young, 25, and the coach fixed him because you did draft him relatively high in the draft, obviously you'd rather just go with that option than starting all over with somebody else, you know. And then this year, he just doesn't look that great. I mean, in his defense, he hasn't been healthy at all this year. Now he has a torn ACL. The offensive line is terrible. The wide receiver room is just a collection of just guys that could easily be on practice squads on other teams. And then I think what really split the locker room, or really before the season even started, is you're going to ice Saquon out, who last year was your entire fucking offense. You know what I'm saying? You're going to ice him out and make him wait till the end of training camp to get a franchise tag. First day of free agency, you basically give Daniel Jones $160 million. You know, I think if they would have paid them both at the same time, or at least they could have gave Saquon something respectable. 4 years, $54 million, like some guys got around the league. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was kind of an effort this year, well, this past free agency to like ice the running backs. So I think like there's no way like all these top running backs, none of them getting deals, none of them being able to make deals to get traded. I feel like it was like at an owners meeting or something for them to ice the running back position. My apologies. Continue though.
No, you're good. You're good. You can take it from there. That's all I was saying was that I think that because of Dable, what he did before he came to New York and what he was known for was, he made Josh Allen. He's the QB whisperer, all stuff like that. He shows up, and then Daniel Jones actually looks decent. Looks like the guy that played at Duke.
Yeah,
So it made sense. It made sense for them at the time. Like the team looked like they was getting better. He probably explained to them what they were doing wrong with him before and how he can fix them, and he did make him look a lot better last year. So it made sense at the time to give him that money.
it's hard. It's hard for you to take $150 million cap hit. That cap hit is absolutely ridiculous.
Because if he was playing like this last year and they still paid him, then yeah, there would be no excuses. That was on y'all. Y'all know he was trash, and y'all still gave him the bag. But in their defense, what they saw last year, and he's still young, and they spent a super high draft pick on him. I understand why they paid him.
Yeah, nah, but it just taking $160 million cap hit is absolutely ridiculous. I think we're in a situation where they have to find their future, but at the same time, you have to bring Daniel Jones back next year. It's like
You have no
absolutely.
choice.
I mean,
That's
you
insane.
talk about Tyrod being the bridge quarterback. Why don't you make Daniel Jones the bridge quarterback? Because at this point, you can't set $160 million on your bench. It's just ridiculous. You can't have a $40 million backup. That's absolutely. I say you
Yeah,
play
it's not
him.
happening.
You play him for next year, and then the year after. I mean, you might be able to cut them and save some money, but at the same time, it's just absolutely ridiculous for you to have that much money sitting on your bench. I mean, you're kind of stuck with them at this point.
What you
I
could
would
do though is you could always, I mean, he would have to agree to it, but you could always try and restructure his contract and backload it a little bit to save you some money up front to actually bring in some pieces on offense in the wide receiver room. You know, I don't know, but like you just said, they're stuck with him, bro. Like there's no other option because it's the lesser of two evils. Okay, so would you rather? Okay, yeah, Tyrod played admirably, but we see this every year when he gets a shot. He gives you about 3 good games and then he's done. Knees are baked, or his lower extremities, something gets hurt, and now you're under your third quarterback. While Daniel Jones is still collecting his $40 million, like I just said,
exactly.
sipping a Long Island iced tea on a beach somewhere,
I
waiting for
mean,
someone to call him to come play. You know what I'm saying? So you'd rather just have him on the team.
there's going and there's going to be a casualty, which is probably going to be Dayball. He's probably going to be the casualty in this whole situation.
Come on,
But
baby. We need you. Hey, I was just looking at his contract real quick, and there's a out after next year. So if he plays next year, so here's the thing. Now I just thought about this. Now they can do some shiesty fucked up things, but I would, and I know the league would definitely look down on this because because Indy was about to do this. But now that Daniel Jones is on IR with a torn ACL, they don't have to activate him until they feel he's ready to play, and people on IR have a lower cap hit against your actual cap. So say you have like a
Yeah,
cap hit of 35, but since he's on IR, it's like it cuts in
It
half or
drops.
something.
It's you file with the league. It's like an injury hardship or something like that. It's like a hardship chip.
Exactly.
It's like a hardship thing you file up with the league. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pay him whatever the guarantee is. So that's just gonna happen. You keep him on IR for the rest of this year. Yeah, keep him on IR next year. You've got that out after next year. So you cut him. You don't even let him play another snap. You say Daniel Jones is still hurt. I don't give a damn what he says. He can say I can go. Hell no, you can't go. Our doctors are saying you can't. Hey, it's shicey, but they can do it, and they were
I don't know
doing
if they'd
it
be able
with
to get
Jonathan
away in
Taylor.
this day and age. I
No, they
don't
did
know
with
if they'd be able to
Jonathan
get away with it.
Taylor. They said he had a back injury. That's why he started the season on the PUP list. Remember?
That is shicey, but
I would do it. Fuck
would-
with it.
No, I know. I'm saying that's different though. Like that's like Jonathan Taylor was like 4 or 5 games or whatever like that. Like to try and get away with it for 16 games and keep lying.
I mean, well, so at best, he's probably not coming back to week 11, week 12 next year.
Exactly.
Because
So
when ACL, yeah, well, see, this is what I'm saying is for an ACL, yeah, maybe you could do that with the ACL thing, and you could frame it like this is a $160 million quarterback. We're not rushing him back. We're not going to be competitive this year. We're trying to,
and
preserve him and get him back healthy, and then let him go.
As soon as that, because I think it starts when you hit the out starts when free agency hits in 2024. As soon as that free agency hits, you just sorry, Daniel.
And
So in the meantime, if that's your long-term plan, and this is probably a plan only the owner can share within himself because he doesn't know who's going to be there down the road. But between now and then, what's your plan at quarterback then? If you're going to get rid of him, are you going to try and sign someone in the class? Or you
either draft somebody,
Tommy DeVito, and draft Drake May.
You draft somebody, and that's your plan. But they'll probably do that. They'll probably cut him the year after. And I'm not gonna lie. Probably by then, Matthew Stafford would be ready to hang it up. And I could see McVay, the same thing he did with Baker, the same thing he might try to do with Daniel Jones, if they don't draft a quarterback. All right. So moving on though. So off of talking about bad quarterbacks, let's talk about one that's good. One that's looking like he's definitely going to win Rookie of the Year, and he's probably got a chance. He might be in that MVP talk later on in the year. And that is CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, he just broke a record last week, the most passing yards in the game by
ever
by a rookie.
Ever with a capital E.
My question is CJ Stroud the best rookie quarterback we have seen in the last 15 years? And that's including Cam Newton, Andrew Luck. RG3 was a great rookie quarterback. Justin Herbert. Is he the best rookie quarterback we've seen in the past 15 years?
Damn it, hands down he is. Hell yeah, he is. Boy, I didn't even see him balling like this at Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? But every throw he makes is a big boy throw. It's not some little rinky-dink bullshit ass pass. These are like big boy throws, and he's hitting it on the money every time. Only reason why he throws incompletions is because the guys may not catch him. It's not because he threw a wrong ball. Every ball is crisp, precise, on the numbers, in the triangle on the hands, where it needs to be every time. So is he the best rookie talent we've seen ever? I don't know. Maybe not. I was a little overzealous in the beginning. But I mean, his wow factor.
15 years. I'm just talking past 15 years.
Hands down, I think he is. His wow factor. He's leaps and bounds. That guy. You could probably put him in the top 10 best quarterbacks in the league right now. And I wouldn't even be mad if someone had him in there. Honestly. Go ahead, Howard. Let's see what you got to say.
Hey, man. I'm a CJ Stroud fan. I have been. I was the one saying he should be drafted number one overall.
Imagine how far y'all would have went if he was on Michigan. It's crazy.
We beat y'all, so it doesn't matter. Anyways,
yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter. But let's keep going.
I'll see you next week.
It's 2 weeks. But I drafted him in fantasy. I'm a huge CJ Stroud fan. But best ever, I'm sorry.
Not ever. Last 15 years.
Even 15 years. I'm sorry. I can't give it to him yet. I can't. Hey, man, RG3 took that terrible ass Washington team to the playoffs.
He had one year.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That 1 year.
That's it. That's what we're talking about. Best rookie year.
We got to take it to this. We got to take it to the Carfax then for that one.
Best rookie year. You take a team to the playoffs that was horrible. He was the number 2 overall pick. took that team to playoffs. They lost and his career ended after that, but that was one hell of a rookie year. Cam Newton statistically had an amazing year. Obviously, the Panthers didn't do so hot that year. Andrew Luck had a great year, but unless CJ Stroud takes in the playoffs, I have to say the best rookie year I've seen in the last 15
Fly
years.
your flag, Kari. Fly your flag, Kari.
Yeah, unless CJ takes in the playoffs, the best rookie I've seen in the last 15 years is the rookie that took a team that was 2-14. They had the second pick, took that team to the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Like
So that's
right
your
now,
baseline.
that's it.
The baseline is it has to be a playoff appearance.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. You know how crazy that was that Washington
Hold the
team?
stats. I'll do it for you right now. Continue on your spiel. I'm gonna look at RG3's passing stats. And
Hey,
if
look
CJ
at that
Stroud
Russian shit.
blows,
Look
if
at that
he
Russian.
blows, okay, but that's what he does. He runs. That's all he did.
That's
was
part
run.
of his damn game, bro. You can't
Okay,
take that
you
away
can't hold,
from him.
and I'm not holding that against him, but I'm saying CJ's best part of his game is throwing the ball, which what a quarterback's supposed to do, throw the ball. CJ's not a CJ's not a running back who just happens to play quarterback like RG3 was. Don't get me wrong, RG3 could throw it too a little bit, but that's all he did his first year was run. And look what happened.
But he asked me, is this the most impressive rookie year you've seen in the last
I think so.
15 years? It's not yet. Now, if CJ takes some playoffs, yes. If CJ gets a playoff berth, even though, and the crazy part is there's an extra playoff team now, so it's a little bit easier for him to get in the playoffs. If he takes the playoffs, yes.
Or
but
who was
as
last
of,
place? I think the Browns are. The Browns are
Yeah.
last place for the playoffs. They're what, 6-4 or something like that?
See, but the thing that I'm like,
No, they're like 5-4 or something like that.
whatever.
But they're not that far behind them. Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
to me, when you're looking at a rookie quarterback, you're looking at things that hasn't been done before, right? And CJ Stroud is hitting that. Maybe I'm being a homer, maybe I'm being a little biased, but no, he's not. He's not the best rookie we've seen in the last 15 years.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I mean, he's doing very impressive things. You know, he's doing very impressive things, and this is very.
If CJ Stroud was on the Panthers right now, boy, please.
His stats wouldn't be what it was.
He would be right. But what if it was though?
If it was, I mean, I'll still take Cam over him rookie year wise. Rookie year, Cam Newton rookie year was something to be seen.
Yeah, but
RG3 rookie year was
CJ Stroud's rookie year is like a movie.
So what are you saying? So you're saying this is the best rookie Andrew Luck. So you're saying this rookie is better than Andrew Luck?
Yes.
This rookie is better than RG3.
Of course.
Him. Yeah. I'll put on the Carfax right now.
And there was a lot more factors to that Redskins squad that went to playoffs other than RG3 running the damn ball every drop back. All right.
Hey, he had
Cam
18.
Newton.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep bringing people up.
Herbert.
I just said yeah. Yes, bro. Don't matter who you bring up.
Okay, I'm just throwing out names because maybe you don't understand these the quarterbacks.
I'm confused. I don't know why you keep naming these quarterbacks. I just said like 4 times. Yes, CJ Stroud is the best rookie quarterback I have ever seen in the past 15 years, and I'm standing by that.
All right, now I'm going to show you the numbers.
He's actually providing. He's proven it. He's doing it.
Hey,
He's getting better every week.
He had 815 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns rushing. He had 20 touchdowns throwing, 3,200 throwing yards, and 5 interceptions.
RG3?
Yeah, so he had 27 total touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and he accounted for over 4,000 yards of offense.
Okay.
His rookie year. And he took a 2-14 team to the playoffs. Now, I challenge you to name their number 1 receiver because I know who it is. I damn sure know you don't know.
Was it Pierre Garçon?
Yeah, I give you that. That Buns ass motherfucker. Buns.
Let's Justin Herbert, his rookie year, threw for 4,336 yards. Right? 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Ooh, that's a lot of interceptions.
10 interceptions 1 year.
That's
15 in 15 games.
CJ Stroud only got 1 through 10 games. That's crazy.
Look, man. CJ Stroud looking like he's the truth. See, and this could change. There's still a bunch of games left.
I told you what
He
makes
is
it
a
change.
savant.
He
Bro.
gets
He is
in
a
the
savant.
playoffs. He is, but
Yo,
I don't think that should be the baseline to have a great year. What if you throw for 5,000 yards, 35 TDs, run for 1,000, rushing 7? You're not gonna say that's the greatest because he didn't take his
nah.
whack ass squad to the playoffs.
So where CJ Stroud is right now.
I'm just saying, like that's not like an easy feat to do. Like your first year as a rookie, just
and
take it
that's
straight to the
why it's
playoffs.
so damn impressive that they did it.
You're right. As soon as I said that, I regretted saying it. Now it just made it sound even
And
better.
that's why we're like, hey man, you gotta stand on that. A 2-14 team going to
CJ Stroud
playoffs.
is subject to change. I'm not gonna lie. The way if he continue on the path that he's been on so far, his rookie year would be the best in the last 15 years. I will admit, but I'm
I
not
think
that
if
sure.
CJ Stroud didn't go to Ohio State, y'all would agree with me.
Nobody cares about Ohio State. But what I'm saying is,
I think that's what it is.
I said I liked him.
let's name some other Ohio State quarterbacks.
Ooh.
No, we're not doing all that.
Ooh.
Next
Okay.
topic.
Okay. All right. So we'll see. All right. So moving on. Lamar Jackson looked like he's having another incredible year. You know, right now, like he's on top of the list for.
Nah, don't blow raspberries. All right.
Like he's on top of the list for becoming an MVP again. You know, for the second time, which would make him only the 10th player to have multiple MVPs. So with that being said, if Lamar Jackson wins another MVP and wins the Super Bowl, will he be on the same level as Pat Mahomes?
No.
Yeah.
He's in
No.
the now look, he's in the same, they're in the same universe now. You know what I'm saying? But no. But two MVPs in the Super Bowl is a very now it's more like that. What are yours? The Tom Payton and the Ben Roethlisberger thing.
Yeah.
Lamar's like the Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it'd be Peyton at that point. I mean, not talking play style, but I'm saying because Pat Mahomes.
No, I'm not talking about plays. I'm talking about
Pat Mahomes is Brady,
Steve.
obviously. Pat Mahomes beat Brady.
Yeah,
Lamar,
and then
I think he'd be Peyton at that point.
This is a whole lot of ifs because this question, like,
yeah, it's a lot.
MVP, but hey, I'm gonna ride with this. I'm gonna ride with it. And if I'm gonna be like complete unbiased, and so is he in the same conversation as Pat? He's about it. He's the closest you can make, right? He's the closest comparison you can make, right? Because they're the only two that have two MVPs and a Super Bowl. But goddamn, he wins a Super Bowl and wins a ring this year. That is like, if he does, then we have to talk about it like that. But man, that's some shit. Like,
now
hey, that happens.
Yeah. He go out there after
So
them saying, after all those GMs saying they didn't want him, they weren't interested in having Lamar Jackson when he was available, and then he comes out here and gets an MVP and brings the city a championship. Now there's someone you can challenge with Pat, because before you couldn't challenge nothing. Even on the show, we're like, okay, Pat's in a whole nother stratosphere. Just remove him from it. Now you can be like, well, hold on now. There's Pat and then Lamar. Now you're looking at him like the LeBron and Kobe thing from that generation.
My thing is it
now you can argue.
Is it 1 and 2 when we're ranking quarterbacks? Is it 1 and 2?
Yes.
Or is it 1A, 1B? Or is it 1A, 1B?
It's still 1 and 2.
It's still 1 and 2. It's still
levels. Don't get that shit twisted.
I'm not. Yeah.
Don't get that twisted.
Yeah. For the sake of the argument, or right that, yes, you can argue it. But real life, like, no, come on. Let's tone it down just a tad.
I'm actually on the
multiple MVPs, multiple rings.
I'm actually on the other side of it, y'all. I think it's 1A, 1B. If he wins another MVP and the Super Bowl, I think it's 1A, 1B.
So what do you value more from a quarterback's career-wise? Do you value the MVP winning it or winning a championship? But like actually, like
in this hypothetical situation, we're saying he won the MVP this year and the Super Bowl. So that's the hypothetical we're at, right? If he wins an MVP and the Super Bowl, I think it's 1A, 1B. Because at the same time, where we're more fearful of Pat's arm and all that, Lamar's legs are just as dangerous. So, and then it's not like he a scrub throwing the ball. Lamar can sling the rock. It's like, you know, and at that point, another two MVPs and the Super Bowl, you're looking at him like, all right, cool. Yeah, Pat got 2 Super Bowls, but you know.
Okay, so how about this? Say Jalen Hurts wins the MVP this year and the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Is him and Pat 1A and 1B?
No, because right where we're at is
that's what I'm trying to figure out what's separating.
I'm looking at multiple.
So it's the MVPs is what's okay. So it's the MVPs is what's bringing him closer to him.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the multiple MVPs. because I give Howard shit all the time, whatever with the woo, but to win a Super Bowl is that's damn near impossible. Like to win that shit is hard. Not every team gonna get to a Super Bowl. Not every
I
team.
will say this though: if Josh Allen wins the MVP and the Bills win a Super Bowl or like that, I'm pretty sure they make Josh Allen that 1A 1B. That argument is going to
Yeah, they'll put him in that conversation immediately.
because he's already a poster boy right there. It'd be perfect. It'd be the perfect Brady Manning thing all over again.
But here's so I'm going to talk about this point right here. Here's the problem with the Lamar thing, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but say Lamar wins the Super Bowl and the MVP this year, right? So he's got 2 MVPs in the Super Bowl. Pat's got 2 and 2. If you're GM and someone says, "Hey, I'll give you Pat or Lamar," it's like without a question, you're gonna go Pat. So you can't say 1A and 1B.
He did,
Now,
but like, all right, cool.
You know what I mean? It's not
Pat
even a question.
Pat has been so great over. Pat has been so great over what these first 5 years, because I mean he been 6 years, but obviously you didn't play that first year. So over the past 5-6 years, let's say I think it might be 6 and 7. All right, over the past 6 years, right? Pat has been so great and has done so much things that people can't take away from him, that we honestly don't look at the things that Pat honestly should get punished for. You know what I mean?
Like what?
So, Pat do some dangerous shit. Pat do some stuff that you like.
Yeah, he's a gambler. We all gamble.
He do some stuff that you like.
For every one of those dangerous things that he does,
he does incredible.
He allows you. Yeah, there's like 5.
He does incredible. So at the same time, yes, they will honestly take, but I don't think it would be like
without a question.
I don't think it'd be like that. That's because all right. This is this is how I look at it, right? This is how I look at it. If in that situation, let's say Lamar win MVP, win the Super Bowl. In that situation, the person, let's say it's a draft, right? They take Pat. The person that comes number 2, that got to take Lamar, they're not upset. You get what I'm saying? It's one of them situations.
Yeah, but the guy who takes 2.
But the guy who takes Lamar number 1, you feel like a genius if you get him at 2, and the other guy sold himself short. You know what I'm saying?
But then let me switch this, because I'm gonna use an example for everyone to now say Joe Burrow wins the MVP and Super Bowl, and he's got 1 and 1. Now he's got 1 and 1, and you got Pat and Joe. Now there's question marks on, you undoubtedly take Pat or do you take Joe?
Because you can make that argument for Joe, because Joe's been to the Super Bowl. Remember, he didn't win, but he got through Pat, Lamar.
So that's a 1A, 1B.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say, right? It's kind of a similar argument that Howard like to use against me, for which I don't understand. But I have seen Lamar do a lot more with less than any of these quarterbacks. What wide receivers has Lamar ever really had?
He had Hollywood.
He's had Mark Andrews.
He's had Mandrews.
That's a tight end.
He had that run game.
That's a tight end.
But you gotta understand though.
Hey, Travis Kelce, y'all, you need a tight end.
Travis Kelce is the GOAT, and he got Tyreek.
You gotta understand when they drafted Lamar, when they bring in Lamar, or like that, and Harbaugh got his hands on him to see what he can really do and stuff. They made this offense around his strengths, or like that. So it was going to be a whole lot of running, a whole lot of tight end play. Exactly. And he had Smokey Brown. He had Smokey Brown when he got there. He had Hollywood Brown, and then he had
it was Mark Andrews,
Willie Snead the fourth, and I mean he had guys. He didn't have a superstar receiver, but no, that's what I'm saying. He's done more with less. He didn't have a superstar receiver, but he didn't play with just straight chumps either.
Okay. You know? If you make it to the NFL, anybody,
compared to what Pat had all those years with Tyreek and Kelce, and then Joe Burrow has T. Higgs, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, Mixon. Yeah, Lamar's done a lot more with less. You know what I'm saying? But now he has a good group of talent on his squad. Now look at him. Now he's putting up MVP numbers.
No, bro, because Zay Flowers started off high, but all Zay Flowers do is underneath. Mark Andrews is the only consistent one. OBJ,
that's all they need them to do. That's all they need them to do.
OBJ has a open game here and there.
I know, but no one's gonna. This team
fucking disappeared. Yo,
that's all they need them to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all he needs them to do is to run their routes, open up the field for the middle, open up for the field for this guy on this side and that side and this side to keep the defense honest so they can do what they want to do, which is run the ball, run with Lamar, use their legs, pound the rock. You know what I'm saying? Wear down the defense. That's what they want to do. This isn't a happy offense.
No, I get what you're
Unless they
saying.
have
But all I'm saying is that Lamar has done a lot more with less. And for him, if he won an MVP and the Super Bowl, it's a 1A, 1B situation. Because all right, if Joe Burrow, you still probably take Pat. You probably take Pat over any other quarterback. That's no doubt, right? But when you look at it, Josh Allen, he won MVP, won a Super Bowl. You could still say, oh, he had Diggs, he had all the Joe Burrow, you could still say he had T. Higgins, he had with with Lamar, all you can say, all right, yeah, Mark Andrews, but like
okay, so what Pat, what can you say Pat has? Kelsey,
yeah. But he done
same
had
thing
them
with
years with Tyreek. He done had them years with
and
Joe.
Lamar had the years with Hollywood.
Oh my
Hollywood
gosh, bro. Why are we acting like Hollywood is even top 15? Why are we acting like Hollywood's a top 15? Why is he acting like he even top 20?
All I'm saying, like, look, Lamar, don't get me wrong, he's a baller. He does this year. The conversation can be had. You can make an argument, yada yada, but I think it's still 1 and 2. I think going into a draft, you're gonna take Pat.
The problem is, which everyone always forgets because they always say Lamar didn't have anything. No, he's had something. He's had the number 1 rushing offense in the league, and that's
every.
It doesn't matter. They still plug in.
It doesn't matter. Next man up, Gus Edwards. Now, if Gus Edwards go down, then they go up the hill. Keontae Mitchell.
I'm telling you, everyone overlooks. Why? Because that's what they need.
Because you're more fearful of Lamar running. So you would rather have that guy on the edge stay there just in case Lamar run, and it opens up more on the outside for them guys to run through holes. Because you're fearful that Lamar is going to pull that shit back and take that shit 60 yards.
Well, that's just how the offense is set up.
Yeah, that's how it's set up.
If they were set up to be a pass-happy offense, then we could grade this in a whole nother way. But this is the only argument you have to grade Lamar is his rushing ability and the offense that they run, which is they want to run the ball.
Yeah,
I can't take his low passing numbers or his lack of superstar. What's the point of having a $20 million receiver when y'all just want to run the ball the whole time? What's the point? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
There's no point of paying that guy $20 million to go get some cardio in every Sunday, get a couple targets. We're just fine doing what we're doing and working with Mandrews. We just need competent guys surrounding him in case we ever are down. You know what I'm saying? Which is very seldomly this year. And we got to throw the ball, which Lamar can do when he wants to.
This is why I really want the Ravens to stop running the ball. I want them to get a top receiver, and I want them to open up because I want to actually see what does Lamar look like when an offense runs through his arm. You know what I mean? Because he's still got the legs, but I want to see, hey, you get him a number 1 receiver. We don't run the ball 20, 25 times a game. I want to see what that offense looks like. And I think you can grade him more, but because it's really hard to Lamar right now, he thrives when he's got a good running game. And he's the only quarterback out of all these quarterbacks we bring up that kind of needs a running game to thrive, or it helps him. You know what I mean? Because we've seen Joe, we've seen Pat, we've seen Josh, we've seen all these guys that we've ran the ball 5 times a game and still win. And that shit's crazy.
Any quarterback would be better with a run game, right? Imagine Josh Allen. As much as I give you about Josh Allen, imagine Josh Allen was able to actually have a play action game.
It would change everything.
It's available. It's possible. Every time they give the ball to Cook, he does something positive with it.
I don't want to talk about that damn team. I don't want to talk about that offense.
This other thing too, though, right? This other thing too, right? There's not many situations where Lamar's going to be in where he's going to have to throw the ball 35 times unless he wants to, because not only do they have that run game, but their defense is suffocating too. So you don't need to. You're not going to be down by 3 scores very often, and having to come out the half and all right, we got to crank this shit up and start launching, you know what I'm saying, to get back in the game, because that defense is very good. You can't say the same thing about, no offense, Howard, about Josh Allen. You can't trust the defense to keep you in the game and suffocate the other team. Same thing with the Bengals. You can't trust them to keep you in the game. That's why those guys get into so many firefights, is because they have to go out there. Look at Herbert. Herbert has to go out there every single week and hang 35 sometimes.
Herbert got the worst coaching. Herbert got the worst coaching situation in football.
Okay, you're talking about fantasy. I'm talking about the Chargers.
No, we're not talking. I'm not talking fantasy. I'm talking what I see on field. What happens is Herbert and them, they get up by 14 to 21 points. And instead of keep going, I'd rather have Mike McDaniels where we're going to put 70 on somebody instead of just running the ball, doing 3-and-out, 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 3-and-out. That's what they do. They get up there.
But that's what I'm saying. They get up 3 scores, which is 21 points, right? They let them back in the game, and then they end up getting up to 30 some kind of way.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's more coaching with Herbert's situation. But moving on. All right, let's get to our picks for the week. All right. Indy versus New England.
Oh shit! Give me Indianapolis.
Dude, can I skip this one? Because I cannot get these New England games right, bro, at all.
I'm going New England. So
I'm gonna go New England. I'm gonna give it another chance. I'll go New England again. Did they?
All right,
They lost last game.
Houston versus Cincy.
Ooh, underdogs. Houston.
Ooh, damn! I'm about to go Cincy though. I'm gonna have to say the hot hand still runs.
I'm going with Cincy too. Pittsburgh versus Green Bay.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
too.
Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
All you need is 3 points to beat the Packers anyway.
All right, so Tennessee versus Bucks.
Give me the Titans. Will Levis.
Ooh. James Conner is being activated off injury reserve and will play Sunday.
Okay, Tennessee versus Bucks.
Tennessee.
Every time I go against y'all and I pick the Bucks, I lose. But I'm gonna do Bucks again.
Ooh.
All right, Cleveland versus Baltimore. Big game.
Give me Cleveland. Let's stand up. Browns, take it to them, baby. Miles Garrett, what's up?
What you got?
Back that talk.
I'm going Baltimore.
I
know, but Deshaun don't look good right now.
I'm going Baltimore myself. All right, San Francisco versus Jags.
Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You motherfucker. You took mine too. Yeah, I'm going Jags too.
Yeah, I'm with the Jags also.
Wow, the sweep.
All right, New Orleans versus Minnesota.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, Dobbs, we ride, baby.
Dobbs season.
Yeah, I'm gonna go New Orleans.
I can appreciate him now because now he's not on the Cardinals and having us almost winning games anymore. Now I can enjoy him.
Atlanta versus Arizona.
Let's go Cardinals. Let's
go
go Cardinals. Kyler's return. Let's go.
Dirty Birds.
Yeah, I'm definitely Arizona this game. I think Kyler about to show up. All right, Chargers versus Detroit. I already know y'all. Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit. The Chargers.
Oh, Howard. Chargers.
Los Angeles.
Detroit's not that good on the road, but this is a winnable one.
I'm going Chargers. I think the Chargers. All right. I'm just going to go and mark it in Dallas versus the Giants for everybody.
Yeah, you got
Tyrod playing?
No.
He's on IR.
Because if Tyrod's playing, I was going to say, hey, buddy, not so cool.
So Washington versus Seattle. I'm actually going Washington in this game.
Ooh. I got to see what Howard does for this one because we've agreed on the exact and we've flipped on the same. We haven't been different on one yet.
Give me Seattle. Man, I hate this game.
God damn it. All right. We might differ on the next one, but yeah, I like Seattle on this one too. We might differ on the next one.
All right. Oh, damn, wait. Nah, I kind of want to go Seattle too now because I'm thinking about that defense. They gave up a lot on that defense.
And they just got Leonard Williams too.
Yeah.
Jamal Adams is healthy.
I'll switch it back over to Seattle. All right. The Jets versus Vegas.
Jets.
Give me Vegas.
Yes, good.
Antonio Pierce. Let's go.
I'm going to go Jets.
Smart man.
And then Howard went Vegas. And then the Dirty Buff versus Denver.
I swear to God, if we don't win this fucking game,
I'm going to piss you off, Howard. I'm going to take Denver. I think they turned the corner.
Thank God. Give me Buffalo. I don't give a shit what y'all think. Just give me a W.
I mean,
should we do the Thursday night one too?
Y'all want to throw it in there? We can throw it in there.
Because we always film after Thursday. We might as well just throw it in there.
What's
the game? Who you picking, though?
What's the game?
Bengals and Ravens.
What y'all got?
I got Bengals. I mean, the Ravens.
See, now I got the Ravens now because they bounced back from the Cleveland L.
So y'all got what you got, K-Wall again?
Ravens.
All right, Baltimore.
This is the measuring stick game for Lamar.
And then what you got?
I got Ravens too.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been riding with Cincy lately, and it's been working out.
Yeah, that's your man's, bro.
So I'm gonna ride it out with Baltimore. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he switched it up
Oh
on us.
shit!
All right, and I still gotta put my Denver. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go Buffalo. I'm gonna go Buffalo on that.
Oh,
Denver.
come. I need the haters. We need the
I wanna
haters.
go Denver.
Wait! What'd you switch? You switched to Buffalo?
No, I didn't put it in yet, but I'm putting Buffalo over that Denver game. I'm gonna put Buffalo. I can't.
No. So what's gonna happen is when I take Buffalo like I did last week or like that, they
They
lose.
lose.
When I go against Buffalo, they win. So maybe I
Right.
should get on Buffalo too.
Hey, man. Fuck your feelings, bro.
I want to see you cry, boy.
Well, this has been another great episode of Stand Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Corey P. Signing out for Howard and KO. Good night.
See ya.
See ya.